Hey, what's going on, CoinOp TV subscribers? Robert Welkner here. Gonna do another review of a Shaw Brothers classic. This time it is Ode to Gallantry, which was released recently on Blu-ray in this two-movie set from Eureka, paired with Daredevils, or the Shaolin Daredevils, which I already reviewed, and I'll put a link to the Daredevils review in the description below for you to check out. But let's talk about Ode to Gallantry in this video. I got some spoilers and I'll give my movie review score at the end of this video. So Ode to Gallantry, 1982, one of the later Shaw Brothers Chang Cheh movies, directed by Chang Cheh. So here's the synopsis from IMDb. A lone wanderer is repeatedly mistaken for someone else and drawn into a number of violent battles. That pretty much sums up the movie. It's not quite The Prince and the Pauper here, but it is Phillip Kwok, starring Phillip Kwok in two roles, has a mistaken identity complex where he's a beggar in the movie, but people think he's kind of this royal in the movie, and a lot of it is, hey, we think you're this person, but you're not, and let's talk about it, and let's walk somewhere, and then let's have another mistaken identity scene, and then let's talk about it some more, and then 5 minutes later, another mistaken identity scene, and let's talk about it some more, and maybe we'll push and shove and have a little scuffle, minor scuffle along the way. I kind of found myself watching this movie scratching my head going, wow, like maybe when I was a kid and I saw this, I must have liked this a little more just from the scenery and the costumes and the cast of characters. But watching this now years later on the Blu-ray, in hindsight, with so many other outstanding Shaw Brothers movies, I was thinking to myself, yeah, most people are right. This is not a top tier Shaw Brothers movie, and definitely not a top tier Venom Mob movie. And I say that lightly. There's 3 Venom Mob members in this, and technically for me, I consider if you have 3 or more, it's a Venom Mob movie. So let's talk about the cast. Starring Phillip Kwok, 2 roles, Chien, of course, one of the other Venoms, Tsui Yu, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, and then of course the third Venom is Chien Sheng in a small role during the end finale battle. So I wrote in my notes, does this qualify technically as a Venom Mob movie since it has all 3 of them? But you know, you let me know. Is it 2 or more Venom Mob movie? Is it 3 or more? Is it one? Some people say 1 Venom person is a Venom Mob movie. That's just marketing mishap hype there. So let me get back to my notes here. Ode to Gallantry, based off a story by Louis Cha. That usually means you get tons of characters, a lot of different stuff being introduced, and things coming going from the story. I know some people are big on Louis Cha, some of my subscribers, Mitch Paul and some others. For some reason, for me, if it says based on a story from Louis Cha, I know that I'm going to be confused and not be able to follow it. So Phillip Kwok mostly spends the movie confused, lost, and out of place, and is mistaken for being somebody else, one of the royals, when he's really a beggar. We eventually find out that someone else looks like him, but doesn't possess any of his honorable qualities. So as the beggar and the poor man, he is honorable and has great qualities, but the person he looks like is a Slim Shady, basically. There's a colorful cast of characters that come and go in and out of the movie as if they were only available to shoot for a day or 2 each. I had 0 engagement in this story. If there's really any story to begin with, I mean, there's plot, but is there a story? What's the big debate here? Again, based off of a novel, I'm sure the novel has a great story. Seems to be difficult to adapt into cinema history, but we'll go with it. I wrote down in my notes, the biggest fault of this movie is there's not really any like real martial arts, and training sequences are very brief. It's drama mostly. I mean, there is a big fight in the 3rd act in the end, but by the time we get to the 3rd act, I didn't even know who these characters were they were fighting. These mysterious characters just kind of pop up, and they have some colorful faces, and then there's a fight scene, and Phillip Kwok never really learns how to use, like, as a beggar, real martial arts. Most of what he's doing is just kind of rolling and dodging, and doesn't really learn how to fight at all. He's got his inner ki. That's about all it there. So there's an all-out fight. The last 20 minutes of the movie, that's when our 3rd Venom Mob member, Chien Sheng, shows up. By then you have no idea who these new characters are, why they're fighting, what's at stake, so I had no emotional draw, no impact there. Overall, this movie is a mess for me, it's a shame so much talent is wasted here. I would summarize this movie is it's a movie about exposition without any actual story. Fight me, come at me. Let me know if you disagree with that or not. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So I'm going to give Ode to Gallantry the dreaded D-. D- Ode to Gallantry. I think a lot of martial arts Shaw Brothers fans will agree with me. That's not top tier Venom. It's not top tier Shaw Brothers. What is top tier, though, is this collection, and if you do pick this up, the Daredevils is a fantastic and fun movie, but the good news is there's like two commentary tracks on each of these movies here. Mike Leader, Arna Venema, and then Michael Worth and Frank Chien. And when I was watching the Frank Chien, Michael Worth commentary of Ode to Gallantry, I was thinking to myself, Michael Worth sounds like he's kind of falling asleep. I think he's kind of zoning out and getting a little bored with this movie, which I was kind of, and I've seen this movie many times over the years on TV, and I used to have the DVD, and I don't think I'm going to watch it again. I think that's it. Ode to Gallantry is now being retired, but I am glad that it was included on this collection, and the great commentary tracks and bonus content stuff in there, as well as there's a booklet and cool packaging there. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know what your comments are below. For CornApp TV, we'll see you next time.